This summer, thousands of Arizona families will struggle to find their next meal. To help families, 12 News and the United Food Bank are working together for the annual Summer of a Million Meals.
Our Rachel Cole is live in Mesa this afternoon with a look at all the good that our community is doing. How's it going out there, Rachel?
Yes, good afternoon to you, Mark and Caribe. I was getting filled in on how it went this morning, and I don't think Scorch was here early, but the Mercury pulled it out last night. It was a great game, and we are going to be working hard to fill bags for families in need. We got our awesome volunteers over here, but you know what? As you said, many Arizona children, the last day of school means not a guaranteed breakfast or lunch. So this summer, of course, United Food Bank hoping to fill that gap, and Kyle Simchuk tells us more about why these efforts are so important. Check it out.
At Eisenhower Center for Innovation in Mesa, the school parking lot looks a little different this summer. Instead of students arriving for class, people like Mario are lined up for food.
Just kind of get to the next paycheck, which is awesome. I'm in between checks right now, so it really helps out the family. We're very thankful.
That story is becoming more common across Arizona. United Food Bank says it's seeing record levels of need as families juggle higher housing costs, rising utility bills, and more expensive gas and groceries.
By being here in the summer and being able to provide that additional food assistance, families aren't having to make that impossible choice of affording a utility bill, medication, childcare, or groceries.
The distribution is part of a new effort to bring food directly into neighborhoods.
A mobile food distribution is essentially a food pantry on wheels. So we are helping lift barriers of transportation, time, and any additional kind of food assistance barriers by going into the communities and hosting food distributions where the community is. We're essentially meeting the community where they are.
School leaders are helping make sure that support doesn't disappear just because classes have ended.
The stability of the school year, students having breakfast and lunch here means that finances are spread more thin during the summer. Not just because of school lunches, but even just electric bills and gas prices. Families are working really hard to try to make ends meet.
And educators say access to food doesn't just impact families today, it can affect how students return to the classroom in the fall.
When students spend the summer feeling food insecure, they can sometimes return with increased anxiety or have trouble paying attention in school. Making sure that our community is really served and able to have access to the food that they need makes a really big difference for students coming back in the fall ready to learn.
United Food Bank's goal this summer is simple: make sure no child goes hungry, and community support makes that possible.
The Summer of a Million Meals campaign is really crucial for helping United Food Bank being able to host these type of distributions that we do. $1 equals 3 meals. A can goes a long way. Even an hour of additional volunteer assistance really helps us be able to make additional food distributions like this possible.
We appreciate you guys donating. Everything you've done really helps the community. Thank you.
In Mesa, Kyle Simchuk, 12 News.
And of course, we have all of our amazing volunteers from Fry's. They're getting that quick tutorial on how to pack these emergency food bags, how to properly tie them so that they can all be placed into these 27 bins. That is the goal today. Scorch will get into the bin to demonstrate just how many bags of food that we need for emergency families. Feel a little lengthy. The basketball players, they got height. They got more height than me. I'm in flats today. So anyways, call the number 480-398 4468. Okay, I want to make sure I get that right. Here comes all the volunteers. They're opening the gates. Let's hear the phones ring, get the volunteers calling, and be amazing. Every time you hear that cowbell, it means something good is happening, you guys.
Rachel, good stuff. Of course,
know.
it doesn't happen without those volunteers.
I know, and they have such a good time doing it too. We've all done this
I know,
before.
and you go in there, and before you know it, there's this spirit that sort of overtakes you, and it's a great feeling. So whether you're volunteering for a great organization like United Food Bank, or you just want to donate some money, which obviously goes a long way, a dollar creates 3 different meals. Do whatever you can and whatever you're comfortable with. And we'll be checking in with Rachel throughout the afternoon on 12 News.